This is the location where I seen one in October of 21. I brought the dog up. Parked the truck right there. Down here's the river. I'll just tell you the whole story, okay? So, at that time, this road was open. And so, a lot of you ain't gonna believe this. I don't really care. But I'm gonna tell it anyway, because somebody may have had this experience. He don't know what it was. So, I pulled in right there, drove the truck to right here. Let the dog out. He was playing as usual. And I heard something walking in the woods. I mean, heavy footprints. Not a deer. I've been deer hunting, so I know what deer sound like. I know what a squirrel sounds like. It wasn't that. It was heavy footfalls. And in my mind, I kept thinking, what if that's a wild coyotes and they're gonna get my dog? So I care a lot about my dog. More so I care about his safety than I do my own, I guess. So I take him and I put him in the truck. I'm thinking it's starting to get dark. I'm thinking, well, we'll just go ahead and go. I don't want to subject him to anything that might get him hurt or something. I wouldn't do that. So as I reached for the key to turn the key, I heard this voice in my head, and it said, come over here and I want to show you something. Now I want to show you, I was looking at that, where that double tree's at. One's coming out of the ground right beside of it. I'll walk over this way a little bit. Come over here and I will show you something. So, I'm thinking to myself, why am I saying that? Because I can hear my head. If you ever count, not count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inside your head, that's what it sounded like. It sounded like me saying, come over here, I want to show you something. Well, I thought, well, it's a bunch of foolishness. I'm gonna just go ahead and go. And I reached over for the key again, and as soon as I did, I heard that voice again say, come over here, I want to show you something. But this time I was convinced. I was afraid to drive off without going over there and seeing. I mean, I didn't expect to see anything, but I wasn't thinking I was gonna see anything. So I get out of the truck, I leave the dog in the truck because I'm afraid for my dog. And I walk right over here. Now, mind you, there wasn't a car come through here. It was late. It was during the week. I walked right over here. You see how that trail kind of goes down? Okay, so I'm standing at the tree. That actually happened. Now, I'm gonna walk down and show you where I seen this thing. Okay, you see where that tree is snapped over? Now, there's a lot of foliage, and I couldn't see the upper part of the body. All I could see was from the waist down. It walked right down through here toward the river. It stepped over that like it was nothing. There's kind of a bank there, as you can see. It drops off there, so it walked right over there and stepped down, walked toward the river, And I'm so blindsided by seeing something, to be honest with you. Okay, so I'm gonna describe it. It was totally black. Now, it was getting dark outside, but this thing was as black like my dog. See how black my dog is? That's how black this thing was. And it looked like the legs were about height of me, about 5 feet. I didn't see the upper part because, to be honest with you, when I seen the lower part, the upper part was kind of hidden by some brush and stuff. And so I didn't have time to react. I reached my pocket to get my phone. And that's when I remembered I'd left my phone in the cradle in my truck. So I'm still standing right back yonder, which is probably about 30 feet, I guess. Maybe 40 feet. Yeah, I'd say about 40 feet. So I ran back to my truck, retrieved my phone. I come back down and I couldn't find it. I looked around down here. So it either crossed the river or it went back up the side of that mountain. Now I asked the Lord, was that his voice? Was that God's voice telling me to come because he wanted to show me something? Or was that a demonic voice trying to beguile me, trying to lure me down there before I could get hurt? Now, I don't come to these mountains without my pistol. So I was armed, but I'm not the kind of person just gonna start shooting when I see something. But to be honest with you, I got back to the truck, got my camera, ran back to these trees, and then I walked on down in there. I could not find the thing. Now it may have circled around this way, but I didn't hear it. And I actually heard it when it was right over there. This wasn't no person, because I don't know anybody that's got legs that are 5 foot long. Now, when I first come here, I forgot that this was the actual spot. And I've got cameras across the road. About there where you see where Wowie's at, going up in there. So I got cameras over there. But I had thought this was on down to the end of Paint Creek going into Cherokee, or end of Paint Creek going into Paint Rock down to where Hot Springs is at. But now I remember this is it. I mean, this is the spot. That's the 2 trees. Anyway, I wanted to share that with you. You can make up what you will. I know there's a lot of people that's going to say, oh, he just imagined it. I was not imagining it. I mean, I wasn't expecting to see anything. I thought it was just something in my head. And people say that they're not real. I can tell you, they are in fact real. And I've got no doubts. That's why I spend so much time in the woods now, trying to get evidence so my friends don't think I'm an idiot. But you know what? I don't care what they think. They're either my friends or they're not. And if my friends know that I would not lie. I would not lie about something like this. I'm not a liar anyway. But we'll see. We'll see if anything comes of it. Anyway, I wanted to share that with you.